Hello and welcome, guys. This is going to be kind of a little bit different of a video because I got Bobby here. I might change him, but I want to talk to you. I've been debating on whether to talk to you. I wished I had somebody that I could really talk to. This may be a kind of a long video. I got Bobby here. I'm sure I'm going to get tongue-tied. Please excuse it. But, anyways, here we go. I have a dilemma. I was brought here 6 years ago for two reasons. One, my son's ex-girlfriend wanted to come back to her family. I understand that. Totally. But the main one was for my mom. I fought it for 3 months before I finally said okay. I was willing to let my son's girlfriend take my grandbaby, go home. She was little, she was young, you know. So they started telling me things, my family started telling me things that weren't completely true in order to get me to change my mind because I didn't want to come here. So when we got here, my son and his girlfriend, she decided that she got what she wanted and she was out of here. I don't think she ever loved my son. She wanted a baby because all her quote-unquote friends were having babies. She chose my son to be the father. That was it. And Beamer is my only granddaughter. She's my only grandbaby. My grandbaby. I do have other grandkids that I've never seen that belong to my husband because he was married before. You know, I'm not his first wife. So I do have other grandkids, but I've never seen them. I've talked to them on the phone maybe a couple of times. And so Beamer's my baby. You'll have to excuse, I'm going to get to hurting. I know I am. But anyways, do I stay or do I go? I am so torn. I know that if I go, I will never see my mother alive again. I know this. But I was brought here under false pretense, too. I was not there when Gary died. I was not there when my stepfather died. I know your mom is your mom. I know that. I have got such a tie with this woman. It's unbelievable. But, I do feel that a lot of times I'm being used and abused by my mother. I love her. Please don't think I'm dogging her. But, yeah, I might change him. I took him out of them clothes. Here he is. Here he is, guys. He's in his little diaper and a little t-shirt. But, this eats at me. Because I know that if I go, my granddaughter will grow up thinking that we abandoned her. There are times that I have to get really, really nasty in order for my son to get her. I've had to bring the cops into it. We've been to court. We've got, you know, our court, you know, all that. But if she doesn't want to abide by it, she won't. I'm sure that if, by chance, she runs across this video, we're going to be fighting over the grandbaby again. She won't let us see her. My son gets a new girlfriend, and we have to fight for the grandbaby. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's hatred. I don't know what it is, but anytime my son has any kind of happiness in his life, he can't see his daughter. And it takes months to see her again. Okay? This is not just like a weekend skip. This takes a lot of time to even get to see her again. But, and it all boils down to it. It really does. I don't want my granddaughter to grow up and not know us. I raised a boy for 9 years, many, many years ago. He was my brother-in-law's son, and a girl, a lady, whatever, doesn't matter, whatever. But anyways, the only way she could leave the hospital was if we were to sign paper stating that the baby was coming home to our house and we would help her. And that's what we did. And 99% of the time, if we moved, whatever the case may be, the little boy went with us for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I mean, I actually raised him till he was 9 years old. And then she got with some lady, blah, 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 blah. And, well, that ended. And we were told that if we tried to go see him, all this, whatever, you know, we'd be arrested. And, well, life went on, and we moved. So now he's calling me. He's in his late 20s, I guess. But when he was young, we abandoned him. He wanted nothing to do with us. That's what I don't want with my grandbaby. I don't think we'll be able to call her. Well, oh, we can call her. But I don't think her mother will let us talk to her. If we send her anything, Christmas, birthday, whatever, I do not believe it will get to her. I just don't think her mother will let us let her have it. So I'm facing the fear of her accusing us of an abandonment, and to a point maybe it is, and I'll explain it. I don't really like to get in detail. I know you guys know that I have health issues. I had a doctor. I do not have health insurance. I cannot get health insurance. I have tried and tried and tried, and I cannot get it here. I broke my back, cracked my back, sorry, in 3 places. I have fibromyalgia. I have a really hard time breathing. You guys have seen all of this. And I had a doctor that took care of me under the table. And then she got cancer, and she went home to her family. I understand that. I have not been able to see a doctor since. So I do what I can in order to take the pain away, but it's getting to the point to where I can't take it away no more. No matter what I do. I go home and I automatically can get insurance, health insurance. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. You stop that. Really?
She's like her daddy.
Just like your daddy. Grumpy
Temperamental
grump.
as hell.
Grumpy grump grump. But anyways, and I'm so torn because I just know that there's a chance I won't see her again. But I also know that in the state where I live, that when she reaches 12 or 13, she can decide where she wants to live. she can decide who she wants to live with. But she's only 7. And I don't know that I can... I'm extremely depressed, extremely unhappy here. I go up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay? And I don't know. Sit up there, I'm trying to talk here. You guys are just gonna fall over. I don't know what to do. I would like for your guys' opinion. Please keep it kind, okay? And I will take all opinions, but I would prefer to have the opinions of people, whomever, not even older people, whomever has a bond with a child that is not yours. I mean, she's my grandbaby, but I don't make the decisions. My son says if I go, he goes. That also weighs, because, I mean, my son's got a good bond with his daughter. That's not what I'm saying at all. He loves his little girl. But, my son is disabled himself. So, for whatever reason, he wants to stay with his mom and dad. We live together. I allow him to have girlfriends. I mean, you know, they can live here. I want him to have a normal, healthy life relationship. And if that means that he moves her in here, then I will allow that. You know what I mean? Mikey, come here. Come on, get up here. But, that's a big load, because I don't want him to come back and say, well, if it hadn't been for you, I would have my daughter. Because I could never, ever leave my child like that. Even to his father when he was a baby. I just could not do that. And I'm not sure my son understands the true meaning of going. He's got ADHD. He's, a lot of times he's like an older teenager. And I don't know if he really truly understands what it means to leave and her stay here, which is exactly what would happen. But I also know that here a few years ago, and he's going to get mad at me if he sees this video, I bought him a truck. And we told him and told him and told him and told him, slow down, do this, do that, slow down. Well, he tore the truck up. He did not wreck it. He just tore, the truck could not handle the abuse that he put it through. And then one day, we got in a big old argument, and he threw the truck, not the truck, but he threw the fact that he didn't have a vehicle up in our face, my face, our face. And oh, I just blew. It was done. Because I spent the next 12 months paying that truck off. And he had it maybe a month, 2 at the most. And I was so angry about that. You know, that's how he works. So I have that burden of him coming back and say, well, I'd have my daughter if it hadn't been for you guys. Had to come with you guys. No, you don't have to come. You can stay right here with your child. No, if you guys go, I go. That's his choice. But I know in the end, or not in the end, but later down the road, I don't know if he would do that or not. He has done it in the past. So I have that burden. But the biggest burden is, you know, the only 2 reasons that keep me here. It's getting harder and harder to stay because of my issues. But like I said, I know I'll never see my mother alive again. If I do go, my mom is going downhill. She's going downhill pretty quickly, but she's not going downhill in a lethal kind of way, if whatever that word is. She's just going blind. She's in a wheelchair. She's missing her leg. She's going down that way. Health-wise, yeah, my mother is sick, without a doubt. But I don't see her passing anytime soon. But, you know, I mean, she could go. You know how life is, guys. I don't know. I know my grandmother lived to be 93 years old. You know, my mom is only in her late 70s, mid 70s. So I don't know. And like I said, and kids grow up. They grow up. She's a very intelligent little girl. She's not going to cling like my son clings. My son clings to what he knows. She's not going to do that. She's going to grow up. She's going to find her a husband. She's going to make her a home. Grandma, Grandpa, Dad, they're going to be on the back burner. And I know that too. And then I've stayed here for 10, 15 years. And she has a life of her own now, and she doesn't have time. And I understand that too. But do I stay and be miserable, guys? I want to go home. Sometimes I feel like I need to go home. But every time my husband and I start talking about it, I would have to sell almost everything I had in order. I'm gonna have to move him. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have, not me, we, because my son and my husband are a part of it. We are gonna have to sell almost everything we own in order to go home. Maybe rent a small truck. Get back. You know what? Come on. She's coming into season, guys. We all know what that means. But, I own a Ford Explorer. We would have to rent a small truck. We would have to. So a lot of stuff would have to be sold. My husband said the babies are not being sold, guys. He wants me to keep doing this YouTube channel because he knows I can do it. If I can just get out of this rut, maybe it would be funner. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I could leave this spring. I think that would be too soon. Spring is coming too fast, and I just wouldn't be ready. But maybe like next spring. But it gives me a goal. I know I'm going home. You know what I mean? But when we talk about it, it's like, yeah, we need to do this. We need to do this. And then it's time to pick up the grandbaby, and it's like, we can't do this. But I won't get medical out here, and I'm only going to get worse. Like I said, my fibromyalgia, anybody that's got fibromyalgia knows that they know my back all the time. I wake up and I can't breathe in the morning. It's like I went shopping yesterday, and it literally done me in. I mean, I didn't even eat dinner last night. My husband put the food away because, of course, I had to come in here and go to bed. I was done. Ibuprofen, over-the-counter pills, they're just not working. I have tried everything, and it's just not working. I just don't know what to do. My heart's with my grandbaby, but my heart is in Oregon. All the beautiful trees, the forest. You know, they come out here and say, I live in the woods. I expected when we came, you know, my mom, everybody used the forest. And if anybody has been up in Oregon, Washington, Canada, you know, even parts, even Alaska, you know what I'm talking about by the forest. This is not the forest. I literally have, you can't go down a road where there's not a line of trailers, houses, whatever. I mean, even here, I have places on both sides. I have places everywhere. This is not the forest. This is not the woods. And the trees don't even look the same. They don't even smell the same. I miss the Oregon smell. I miss the mountains. I am in the center. I think I'm in the center. Yeah, I think I'm right there in the center. And I miss the mountains. I ain't seen a mountain in 6 years. I ain't seen a beautiful tree in 6 years. These, I don't know what these are trees, but I don't know what they are. They ain't my kind of trees. I miss seeing the elk. I miss seeing the buffalo, the antelope, the coyotes. I miss setting out on your porch at night and hearing the coyotes out there doing their thing. I miss going down the road and it be open range and you have to sit there and wait for whatever it is that's coming across the road. I miss all of that because you don't have any of that here anywhere. I miss going down the road and seeing the buffalo. I mean, just man, I miss going down and having buffalo on one side and elk on the other. I ain't never seen a moose, because where I'm from, they don't have moose. But we have antelope, they're not wild buffalo, but they are buffalo farms with hundreds of buffalo. And we have the coyotes, and I don't know, I just miss all of that. You sit out here at night and all you hear is honk, honk. And then you hear all kinds of screaming and just, You sit out there, you have your coffee, your chocolate, whatever it is you're drinking. Beautiful sunset. You ain't seen a beautiful sunset until you've seen a Christmas Valley sunset. Beautiful. And while you're sitting there watching that sun go down, you can just hear them coyotes coming. You can hear them starting, getting dark. Yeah, they just, they just start yapping. And you don't hear any of that. I don't think I've ever seen a coyote here. Not even running across the road. I don't see any rabbits. Out there, you'd be driving down the road and rabbits, jackrabbits, cottontail, they'd be running across the road. You don't see any of that here. It's just not here. So basically, the question is, leave me a comment. Give me your input, but I want you to think about it. Don't just write down a comment. I want you to put yourself in them shoes. Tie yourself to somebody that's not yours, and you're being pulled two different directions. Home is pulling you, and the child is pulling you, and then the mother is pulling you, which is my mother, is pulling you. But home is strong. It ain't turning loose. It ain't turning loose for nobody. And it's getting really, really bad right here. I don't know what to do. I want to go home. But then I see my grandbaby, and I think that she'll grow up and she won't know us. Well, if they loved you, they'd have never left you. That's not the case. First off, I need medical help. I need a relief from this. No, I'm not getting wild, tired, teary eyes. I'm just starting to really, really hurt. And it's like that all the time. I wake up hurting. I go to bed hurting. I can come in here and go to bed at 5 o'clock at night. I will not go to sleep. I lay there all night long until the sun comes up. Then I can go to sleep. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know, guys. So please put yourself in them shoes and give me your input. Give me your opinion. I'm not asking for an answer. I'm a big girl. I will figure it out for myself. Okay? I'm a strong person. But I am asking for your input. If the feeling was that strong, would you leave your one and only grandchild and your mother, knowing that being so far away, you probably won't see her again alive? I'm not saying she's going to die tomorrow. She could live the next 10 years. But she could die in the next 2 years. You don't know what life brings. And she talks a lot. Well, I'm done. I wished it would just hurry up and come on. She makes me feel bad. She makes me feel bad about a lot of things because she knows I want to go home. And my mother and I was born on my mother's birthday, which was February 5th. And we do have a strong, strong bond. But when I met my husband 30 years ago, I left here, and I went to California. And I was in California for 10, 15 years. And for the first 8 or 9, I never even spoke to my mom. So I don't know why the bond is so, I don't know why she's got such a hold on me, but man, she's got a dog lead on me like there's nobody's business. Like I'm a pit bull, and my husband likes pit bulls. But I mean, she's got a choke chain on me. And she does it, she makes me feel guilty. And I think that's what holds me here on her side. You know what I mean? I'm glad, to a point, I'm glad I came. Well, no, because everybody passed before that. They've done this to me several times. I've went home, and then, I don't know, 4 or 5 years down the road, all of a sudden my mother is on her deathbed, or whatever the case may be, and I get pulled back here totally against my will. And then that's not the case. That wasn't the case this time either. But that was one of the reasons I did come back. Because I was under the assumption, because I told them no, I ain't coming, no, I'm not moving back there, no. So the next tactic was, well, you know, here I am. And I know just as sure as I'm sitting here right now, and I don't care if they see it or not, once my mother passes, the family tie, the family will no longer be. There's only the 3 girls here. Don't even know where my brother is. I do talk to him on the phone occasionally. But, and my sisters, one lives a couple roads down, one lives in town, and you never see them. Never, ever see them. I mean, yeah, Thanksgiving, everybody got together, but let me tell you, that was a chore. And Christmas, nobody even called for Christmas. It's like, didn't matter, you know. So once my mom goes, there's not going to be that family tie anymore, and I know that. And I tell my mom that all the time. You better live forever, lady, because once you're gone, there is no more family. I'm telling you. So leaving them would not be an issue, because I don't have them now. I beg my sisters to come visit me. I go and visit them, but they will not come out and visit me. And one of them lives a couple streets down from me. I don't know. I don't know. They just, I mean, I can show you my house. My house is not dirty. It's not dirty at all. And they have just as many dogs as I do. There's a little yappers. Yap, 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 yap. From the time you walk in their house till the time you drive away, you can sit in your car and you can hear yap, 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 all the time. Mine do not do that. Most of the time, we put the boys in the bedroom, because we do have a small front room, so we put the 2 big boys in the bedroom. So it's just the fur babies here. And they don't sit and yap all the time. They yap when you first come in. What dog doesn't? But after that, they're pretty much done. My sisters and my other sisters is the same way. So my mother's is the same way. Just I hate going over there, but I do go. Because I want the family connection, but it's not there. It's just not there. So, you know, this is really a long video. I don't want to make it that long, and I'm way long. So think about it. Give me your opinion. If you're a new subscriber, you can give me your input. Please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. This is not, I mean, this is getting to be a norm. It really is. And I don't want it to be. But I'm getting really, it's getting harder and harder. I want it to be good, cute videos. You know, I want to share my babies. That's what this channel is about. That's what I started this channel for. Okay? But being solitary in my house 90% of the time. You're all I have to talk to. My husband and I talk about it all the time, okay? But you're an outsider looking in. And I want you to know who I am. And I want to get back to the way the videos were. And they will get back to the way they were. But just give me your input, ladies. What would you do? Here's my fur babies. Here's Nicholas. Here's Beth. They kind of wanted to listen in on the conversation. Wanted to know if they were going to move or not. See what happens. And I will do my level best to make the next video nothing but the babies. Good time. Nothing but the babies. I will do my best. But I wake up and I just, it's like, boom, it's there. So, I'm trying. But, I don't know. So, I'm going to let you go. This was a very long video. If you stayed till the end, thank you. Thank you very much for listening to me. I wished I had somebody to really talk to really hear and talk to. But I don't. Just me and my husband. My son gets in on the conversation every now and then. So, you know, and he's like me. He's ripped, you know. He's like me. Honey, we'll do what you want to do. No. This is a three-person deal. Everybody's got to be on board. It can't be what Mama wants or what Grandma wants. It's got to be what everybody wants. You know what I mean. Give me your input, ladies. I'm gonna let you go because we're like 37 minutes into this, and that's not a good video. That's not a very good video. People don't like to watch that long.